Hi, everybody. Welcome back. I'm sorry that Andrew didn't find food in his food quest. Please don't starve to death, Andrew. So we adjusted the marching order. I put that back on there. So just everybody double check to make sure that it's correct. Like Chunk and Gristle in the front with Hawthorne and Ingrid next, and then the
I think
Shadow
that
and
actually
Julian.
we had the, or did we change our minds about that? I thought that we had the shadow
We did, yeah. I
in front
totally
and then
forgot about that.
Gristle in back.
Okay, yeah, go ahead and move them. Right,
So
and the Shadow is like skulking ahead.
Yes.
Okay, but
So-
remember the shadow. You need light to see if you're going inside anywhere. Keep that in mind.
So
Yep.
can I just confirm that for that, like, the top is the back, or is
No, the top is the front. It's this way. You'll be traveling.
So-
Assuming you're traveling north.
yeah.
Okay.
So Chunk and Ingrid, I think, are near the front.
Okay.
Was that our plan for like our having someone watch our back plan?
Yeah, Rolf and Gristle both pretty tough. So we've got toughs at front and back. So it should be fine.
Okay. I'm trying to decide. Maybe it's better if Gristle's at the front because she's shorter.
Yes, because then people
think
behind
that was our
Gristle
plan.
can shoot
So-
over her. Like that?
Yeah. So,
Okay,
yeah.
so Chunk and Gristle in the front, then Hawthorne, Julian, Feldrick, and Lumpy, and then at the back, Ingrid and Rolf. Okay, perfect. Now, are you going to light... well, we'll talk about it when we go, if you go inside. So you return to the sort of escarpment and wooded area, and you can see on your return that the kobold sign has been removed. It's now missing. And in its place, there is what looks like initially like a scarecrow, like a tiny scarecrow. It seems to be made of like cast off clothing and bits of twig and like leaves that have been like pulled down from the branches. And then like a funnel has been attached to the front of the head to look like sort of a beak. And hanging from its neck is a like a wooden plaque, like a little placard. That from this distance you can't read. And then of course, like the goblin's cave entrance is the closest, off to your left. From where you're standing, you can see it there. It's only about 100 feet away. The ogre cave, further up and to the left, hidden by the trees. And then on the right-hand side, there's the area where you're ambushed by the kobolds. You also haven't really explored the back end of the sort of divot yet.
Because we attempted to go and look where we heard that the bugbears are, which is like over here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And instead we were attacked by kobolds. So there's much of this area that we have not explored.
Yep.
Well, why don't we go kill the kobolds? We will definitely all die to their various traps, but that's okay because I'm not in the front. So
Yeah, I don't feel like we need to. What does the plaque say?
It depends on who's reading it. It's indecipherable gibberish to anyone except people who can speak Gobblish or read it.
Well, the two people in front can speak Gobblish. So.
Perfect. All right. So it says only 3 words. Fuck you, kobolds. In Gobblish.
Yeah, it does.
And you can see now that as you get closer, there's like 2 stones that have been painted white that are like on top of the head, and it's supposed to be like a little effigy of a kobold looking foolish, hanging from some sticks.
Okay.
I'm glad we backed these guys.
Intercave, the intercave violence is escalating. That's good. The tensions.
Yeah.
Can play this off.
So Hawthorne thinks that like we can either, well, there's a lot of options, but we could go through the goblin entrance and like talk to them and see if they'll just let us pass through, which will be a little complicated because they'll be like, "Go! Why aren't you killing the kobolds?" Or we could go back over to the kobold area, this time not blunder directly into their bullshit ambush, and like go up to crossbow range, try to spot the ambushers, pick them off, or something like that. That's also not super helpful because then we still have to just wander into their surely super ambushy entrance to their area.
Yes, you did lose someone the last time you tried that.
Picking some kobolds off, they don't have an infinite number, and if they always keep 8 dudes outside to ambush, we can crossbow those guys to death, and maybe that would help us in general. It wouldn't really help us a lot right now. But so, like in her elvish way, Hawthorne is like scanning the area and like trying to be all like percepty and plan something, but it's all this kind of like. What does Tolkien say? Never go to the elves for counsel because they'll say both yes and no, or something like that. And that's kind of what she's doing. She's like, but on the other hand, if we go in there, there's probably traps inside. On the other hand, if we kill them, she's doing all of this like laying about options.
Yeah. So Grissel's up at the front and has a very small amount of patience for this back and forth
Elvish bullshit.
Yeah, this elvish bullshit, basically.
Yeah.
It's not practical, and it is not, like, moving forward.
Okay.
So Grizzle's like, well, they have one entrance. Will they have another entrance? Should we look past where we first went?
We should know at least how many.
Like
cave
kind of
things.
gesture, she's like, it goes back farther. And by that she means like that this kind of valley, whatever.
Yeah.
In the cliffs,
we understand what you mean. So yeah, I think that's fine. Let's go. Let's go scout the rest of it. This time we're not going to walk directly up against the wall with our eyes closed and our thumbs up our asses, waiting to be murdered by kobolds. We're actually going to keep our distance and look for entrances as opposed to feeling them.
Sure. And you're moving towards the back of the like that.
Yeah, I think that our plan is because we already know about the entrance here, and then
the one immediately to your right.
We don't really know about kind of what the rest of it is, but if the kobolds have one entrance here, would make more sense that they would have other entrances on like the same side instead of the other side where the goblins have been hanging out. So I figure that we probably want to,
Okay. So you can kind of make an arc around that way. Okay, cool.
Yeah, and kind of use the trees that are in the middle for cover as much as we can, but we're trying to basically like scope out the cave wall.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, the cliff.
All right.
wall.
Well, so you make your way sort of slowly and carefully around that way, keeping your distance from the first escarpment from the walls. And the trees at the back, the trees in the sort of far end as the like inlet area gets tight towards the end. They're quite a bit thicker. But you can still like pass through them and see, admittedly through the shadows, the kind of back wall. And there is, as you expect, there is another cave entrance on that wall there. So the cave entrance is here.
Ooh.
Yeah, so there's another cave entrance there. This entrance, the trees have kind of grown in front of. It doesn't seem like at first glance it gets much use, to be honest. Like, you don't see like footprints in the ground. But again, it's pretty dark. So if you want to explore this area any more closely, you'll have to light a torch or a lantern.
I mean, I don't know that we want to do that quite yet.
There.
I think that.
I guess we just have to decide where we want to enter. I mean, the overall goal is to pull a bunch of treasure out of these caves. So, which entrance seems like a place to start?
I mean, if there's an unused entrance, that could be to our advantage. It could also be unused for an important reason.
Right, exactly.
A terrible monster dwells just within the entrance. And no one goes there for that reason.
Right.
And get wrapped up by a giant spider, for instance.
Yeah, let's stick with crap that we know.
I just wanted to check that because the kobolds were all about ambushing us. I wanted to check that we weren't going to get ambushed by a
Well,
second.
we have a thief who can hide in shadows and move silently, and holding a torch, that's going to be hard to do. Adam, is it dark enough there that like if Shadow Scout's up there, will he not be able to see anything?
Right, yeah. He'll get into the trees and will be able to like kind of like stumble through the roots and stuff to get to it, but he'll never be able to see anything inside the cave without a light source.
Because he does not have
His
vision in the dark.
sad old human eyes.
Yeah, hiding in shadows with a torch is not a thing that works.
I mean, I kind of feel like it's good that we know that it's there, but also it's far enough away from the kobold entrance that maybe we could just focus on clearing some kobolds for now. Unless we're like, cool, let's completely avoid that and head into a different unknown.
No, Hawthorne, I mean, I'm definitely down with the idea of like trying to stay out of rock throwing distance and picking off some kobolds. That seems like a good start to getting in there.
I think so too.
Yeah,
Anyone
let's
have
do that.
objections to that?
No.
Okay.
Great, we do that.
All right, caller, what's the plan of attack? What's the approach to
So
that cave entrance?
we've done like a little loop around and scouted the like cliff walls. I think our plan is to. So how far are we at the from the edge? Yeah, that's like 40 feet to the cliff wall.
Yeah, like 60 feet to the upper level where they were hiding before.
Yeah.
Roughly 60-ish, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they mostly came bursting out of the trees that are, because the trees that were covering it are growing on the level above,
Yeah.
and have like branches and stuff hanging down that had hid the entrance.
And so I'm just trying to figure out like just wanting to know like how far this group of trees is here kind of thing. So
Sure, you can see there.
yeah. A question.
Yep.
Those trees that we're currently like hiding in,
Yep.
are they tall trees? Are they spindly trees? Like
The foliage here is
climb
pretty
up
thick.
them?
It blocks you being able to see right through it. You can see stuff moving around in it, but
okay. Because I guess I was also like, okay, well if they're above us, like are there any of us that could like climb up into the trees that we're in and like shoot from the tree kind of thing? That was a question. I don't know what people think about that. but-
people in plate armor can't climb trees, but other people
Yeah.
might be able to do
Well,
that.
that's the thing is that we
The
have.
shadow climbs trees.
Yeah, that's a cool idea, yeah. Get up at their level and shoot at them from there. Yeah.
Well, because I feel like we
I
want.
definitely agree that's a good plan. You need to get on their level.
Yeah,
Yeah.
get on their level.
Get on the level
Well,
of
because
these
I feel like-
goblins.
One of the things is that we want to try to stay hidden from them and like, and you know, stay out of being crushed by their garbage.
Yeah,
Yes,
we've
sir.
got cover in the trees, and they have cover too, unfortunately. But that's how it is.
So,
We'll win that range battle. Even if it
Question.
takes-
Andrew, yeah,
Can we burn their trees down?
It depends on what you're using to burn them, but yeah,
I
like they're
have flasks of oil. if
yeah
you want.
that would certainly like because they're still like green,
should
right?
we
They're not
start
dead.
a forest fire?
That's my question.
Sure, why not?
No, this forest, like creepy though it may be, is still like living and green. So you couldn't start a forest fire here. Like it's just not the right conditions for it.
Mhm. But we
Um,
could maybe burn down a single tree.
You could
Or smoke them
try, yeah. And you've got burn if
Or
you have
smoke them
oil,
out.
yeah.
Actually,
Uh,
that seems like a good idea.
Yeah, throwing a flask of oil is definitely a thing we could do.
And I mean, they're fucking kobolds. Like they're gonna panic. Pretty much no matter what we do, they're gonna like freak out and react. So at the very least, it could signal as to like where they are, and then the shadow.
Okay.
could, like
So, is the plan? Do we want to get someone up in the tree, like the shadow, or like who
Yeah,
else could possibly climb up? Who's not a plate mail? I guess we have magic users. Magic. I'm just imagining magic users hiding in the trees, throwing little daggers.
yeah, they're not gonna do that.
No,
They'll probably fall out of the tree and die.
they probably would.
Lumpy would
that's-
die.
That's
Yeah,
actually
it's-
pretty far range for them too.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
But if we're gonna set the trees on fire, someone has to get within throwing range, which is
yeah, and it's
within throwing range of the kobolds,
yeah.
which is rather dangerous.
Well, if I climb the tree, I might get some slight more vision if any of them are stupid enough to like be wondering about like in the open up there where their cave entrance is, because they'll probably have like another one up there if they're hiding up there and using the bottom one as a trap as opposed
Yeah, I
to
think that's our general goal, is to like move up into these trees and then try to spot the ambushers
yeah.
before we do anything else. That's the first.
Yeah.
Okay.
So all of us are
Caller, what's the
hiding
party doing?
in the trees here, and kind of like preparing our ranged weapons
Mm-hmm.
as quietly as we can. And the shadow is going to climb the tree closest, like the closest tree in the group of trees that we are in,
Yeah.
to like get higher up and to be able to like see across and hopefully have a better view of where the kobolds are maybe milling around or hiding or whatever they are doing.
Okay.
Up on the cliff above the entrance to the cave where they previously ambushed us.
Okay. Sure. So Shadow, you climb up a tree. You don't have to roll for it.
It's the tree.
Yeah, you climb up and you like push the leaves and stuff aside, frighten a non-existent squirrel because there's no animals here. So you like climb up, poke your head out, and you can see. And now that you're up here, you can see I've just added 2 more cave entrances on that wall up above. So this is on the second sort of tier. Yeah, you can see those from the top of the thing, and you can see like this cluster of trees that's straight ahead of you above the kobold's lair. Can you roll a d6 for me, please? The shadow.
He rolls too well.
5. Okay. You don't see anything like moving around in the trees. There's no. You can see the spot where there's like some kobold like debris laying around. Like you've got piles of stones where they were waiting to ambush you. You can now see the bloody like smear that has like dried into the dirt. Where they dragged Ralph's body back into the cave, but you don't see any kobolds around.
Okay, so I'll just like stick a hand down through the foliage and just do the all okay.
Okay.
I think it's just a thumbs up.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So the shadow gives you the all clear.
Hillary, you're muted.
I know. Sorry, muted. Unmuted.
The silent caller.
So if we're in the all clear, was our next plan of attack to light their tree on fire? It
I
like
think so.
Sure, why not? Maybe that'll calm out, and then we can start sniping them.
well, at least it will like get rid of some of their cover,
Yep.
because otherwise we're gonna have to get up if they're not. If the all clear meant there's no kobolds there, I mean, we could draw them out instead of fighting them in their caves.
That sounds
Maybe.
preferable.
So
are we gonna let's give Julian the flask and have him run up and throw it?
Sure,
Yeah.
yeah.
Good
totally.
start.
yeah,
Give him another chance to prove himself.
yeah.
So where is he
You
throwing
can throw his
this? Where is he
torch
throwing
after
this flask?
To this tree.
Yeah, he's gonna toss it up onto the second level, right? Sorry, Hillary, I cut you off.
Yeah, basically like trying to get it up into. I'm clicking on the.
Yeah.
thing.
You're gonna throw it at the trees where the kobolds were originally hiding.
Yeah, the one that covers their.
And then we either have the shadow shoot a fiery arrow or we throw a torch up after it.
Yeah, you can.
They're like
you
Molotov cocktails. You light them.
Yeah.
You can light and throw.
You light the flask and then throw it.
Okay. All right. I don't think Julian needs to like roll for this. There's no real like threat. It's just like, hey, throw this up there. So he like lights it and lobs it up there, and it lands and smashes at the base of a tree and immediately begins to burn. Thick black smoke starts to come off of the bark of the tree as it starts to crisp. Some of the branches start to catch fire. Like just plumes of smoke. And then I guess you wait, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think.
Well, hang on. I had another thought. Like
Yeah.
maybe we should also let's give him another flask and pitch one into the entrance too. Maybe.
Yeah, why not?
Try to smoke
Sure.
them out.
Yep, sounds good.
I
Yeah,
mean,
the lower entrance, because they might
if
come out the
60
higher entrance.
kobolds run out of the thing, we're totally effed. But
I mean,
Okay, so you
sure.
want to throw another one at the feet. So they don't burn very long. It's like a flash fire, right? So
yeah.
if you throw it like intending to wait, like you might want to use it to like hold
Yeah, I
on
think we
to
should
it because
probably
they
wait.
flash, they burn for 2 rounds and then they're gone.
Yeah, I don't think it makes sense to do them both right away because mostly it will provide like smoke cover to them.
Okay.
Well, yeah, let's see what the consequence of this initial.
But I think it's a good idea to maybe throw a second one, but maybe not immediately.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Yeah.
Yeah, like he hasn't.
So
done it, so.
I was kind of thinking that we were basically like ranged weapons ready and waiting to like pick off any kobolds that come out.
Okay.
That's the plan. Yep.
Okay.
That's the plan.
All right. So there's a pregnant pause, a moment of tension where like the tree is burning and you hear it sort of like crackling, and then from up above. Now, are you Shadow? Are you still? You're in the tree still, like keeping a watch.
Yeah.
Okay. So from up here, up in that upper right cave, you see a group of humanoid figures emerge. They range between 5 and 6 feet tall. They're muscled, wearing ratty but still in good shape, like decently good shape, like chainmail armor. They have pot helms and shields and carry spears. And they emerge from the cave, and you can see them. They have like sort of like pale gray skin, vaguely sort of porcine faces, and like big yellow tusks that come out from their bottom jaw. And they emerge, and one of them points to the burning tree, and another one you can see reaches for like a horn on his belt, and is like readying to like blow it.
How many of them are there, Adam?
There are 4.
And can only the shadow see them, or can the rest of us see
No,
them?
because you're under. You have the trees are
Yeah.
blocking you. You're all hiding.
Yeah.
You can only see like the entrance.
Yeah.
He's got the horn. Oh god.
Yeah.
I don't know if we need to fight these guys.
I don't know.
Yeah, I think in that pause, instead of drawing the arrow, he looks down. He pokes through the foliage down to everyone and kind of like whispers. He's like, "Some things have come out. They're not kobolds though. Much bigger and armored. 4 of them, up on the ridge. One's got a horn. He might summon reinforcements. I don't know."
I think when you're like he might, it goes like, and then from the like other side of the caves, like somewhere over in this direction to the west, you hear like an answering horn. It's like, and
I mean, who is best in caves?
and the orc with the horn like tucks the horn back in his belt, and they all start to like approach the edge of the escarpment, like to come and like look around, and they're looking for the. It's not so much that they're worried
Where
about
was
the
the other
tree.
horn coming from, Adam? Could you on the
Just
map
to
again?
the west, one of the other like areas over here somewhere. Yeah.
Okay.
And yeah, they start to approach the edge, like looking for whoever started this fire.
This doesn't seem good.
If 4 of them come into view, maybe we should just open fire on them. I mean, they're monsters, right?
And they're not goblins.
They're definitely not goblins.
I don't know. I'm torn. We don't necessarily have to fight them, but
I mean, if they don't have like bows,
They're
and
not-
stuff,
yeah.
They have spears. They could definitely throw these spears at you.
okay.
Yeah.
And they have the advantage of overlooking us, although we're currently hidden.
Mm-hmm.
So we give away our position by doing anything.
yeah, well, yeah,
but it
right.
kind of depends on how many of them are going to appear and are they all going to kill us.
Short range crossbow range is out of spear range completely, so
Mhm.
like it's possible for us to move and like shoot at them without being in range.
So, can we all see them now?
No.
No.
None of you can, except for the shadow. But the shadow is like ducked down. The shadow actually doesn't know where they are. You've lost sight of them because if the shadow
Okay.
pokes his head up, there's a chance
Yeah,
they'll see.
that's a good point.
And so
Yeah,
we
so
just
then
know
I-
that they're there. We've heard this horn, and we're kind of like whispering amongst each other, trying to frantically like figure out what to do.
Yeah.
Did the
Felder's
shadow
gonna
recognize
use
Miss Orcs and tell
both
us
of
that
them,
they're there, or?
Okay.
And I'm going to at the fire. because I know where that is. I'm just gonna throw my voice there, and I'm gonna yell in Goblin.
Do you speak Goblin?
Yeah, I do speak Goblin actually.
Mm-hmm.
For my time training goblins in the circus.
Yeah.
And so yeah, he's gonna like yell goblins best in cave.
From the fire itself.
From like near the fire.
Okay.
You could also go with I am that I am, or something like that from the burning tree, and see if we can create a religion.
Yeah. They all
Can't
come out
speak
getting
Orc,
ready to sacrifice their kids. Okay. So you want to cause a, sort of like a goblin related distraction.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. I will roll for the orcs. Okay. So I think they like start when the like fire begins to speak in goblin, and like they snarl and kind of like grunt at each other, and run back to their cave. And yeah, they retreat back to the cave.
Right, goblins best in cave. What up?
Now, while that's happened, all the commotion and the sound has attracted some kobolds that are emerging from. You see them emerge from Cave A, looking around. They're carrying much less impressive spears than the like sharpened sticks, more like. And there are, let's see. There are a group of a half dozen of them that you can see start to come out of the entrance of the cave.
I mean, I feel like our plan was wait until kobolds come out and then pick them off.
So let's stick with that plan.
That's still our plan, as far as I'm aware.
The orcs
open fire.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let me give you an encounter map, and we'll figure out. So they're emerging. There's a group of them coming out of this cave entrance. They're wary, but there is still definitely a chance you'll surprise them. So we'll roll.
I
For
should
that,
hope so.
for sure. Yeah.
This happens all the time. People light
Yeah.
a tree on fire. They're hiding in the other tree. The tree speaks in
Not again.
Goblish. Orcs blow a horn. Old hat.
Yeah.
Another day in Kobold Town.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's right.
Forget it, Andrew.
I want some kind of like Kobold CSI show. That's what I want.
All right. So this.
He was killed with a sharpened stick sometime before now.
Kobold CSI.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's just a scout with like a piece of glass, and it's just like, now zoom, enhance, and
He's just getting closer.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And like they do a lot of like smelling of things and like
Tasting them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Perfect. Very scientific.
Okay.
Scientific.
Ooh.
All right. Let me get this one kobold sorted out, and then yeah, they're gonna merge, and you're gonna spring your deadly attack.
We hope so. That is our hope. Yes.
Yes, and we are out of throwing stuff range. That was the whole plan.
Definitely.
We're at least 70 feet away.
Guys, that means that I can't contribute by throwing stuff.
I know, but
That's fine.
I can keep a door shut.
if only
There
there
was,
was.
a door.
Okay. So the closest tree cover to them is let me just grab myself over here. There we go. So the closest tree cover to them is the trees start at 40 feet, and then you can be further back from there. So like here's the sort of tree area. And
Yeah, we definitely need to be further back.
okay.
Yeah,
So
because
go
I think
ahead
that our
and
hope.
go ahead and place yourselves in that vicinity. And yes, my apologies to chat that you can't see this live, but I'll describe it to you as best I can. So, the cave wall, there's an open area of space, open terrain that's about 40 feet wide, a kind of band along the edge. There's dense foliage at the edge of one side, and there's the cave wall on the other. Kobolds have started to emerge curiously from the cave entrance. And are seeking the characters out. Now they're going to be able to see the players as soon as they emerge, but there will be some difficulty firing at them or hurling spears.
And their range is what, 70 feet? We decided.
60 is maximum for throwing a spear.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we want to be further than that because that's still short range for our weapons.
Yes, and the
Yeah.
players have sort of adequately prepared for.
Well, because this was our
This
whole
eventually,
ambush
yeah.
plan, so I feel like we would have sorted
Mhm.
ourselves out into.
Definitely,
Yeah.
yeah.
We were just doing the measuring tool. And just
Yeah, we're all just. You're missing out on watching all of us draw lines with arrows. That
Yeah, there are
have
like 6
different-
different colored arrows going like, how far is this? How far? How far are they? How far are they
Or
away?
from this to this, that to that.
Yeah,
10 feet.
Welcome to
All right, and then the hypotenuse.
yeah.
yeah, welcome to Warhammer that you're not seeing.
Mhm. Okay.
Lumpy is way too far forward.
Yeah, you're back.
All right. So I'm gonna roll surprise for them. We'll see if they succeed. So on a 1 or a 2, I think
Is
it's
that
that they're
orc still up
surprised.
there? Is that what that orc is? What's
Huh?
happening?
Oh no, I'm just putting that for later use. That's a dead.
Okay.
That's a dead kobold. I'm just.
Okay.
I know I'm gonna need him.
Fair.
Okay, let's take a look here. So surprise.
We can do it, everyone. Believe.
Okay, so yeah, 1 or 2 indicates the side is surprised. All right. They are surprised.
Yeah.
I like how the die stopped on. Can you see this? Do you see that 3D die? It's like sitting on its edge.
Mhm.
I know. I was like, that's why I was like, push it over.
The die is cocked.
Push.
Okay, but yes, so there is a 1, so they are surprised. So y'all will have a full round to act before the kobolds get to do anything. So.
Do we still need to roll initiative? For
Yes,
our
please roll initiative. Select your token and roll initiative, and you'll go in that order, and then I'll roll if there are any kobolds left, which I think there probably will be. But we'll see.
So Gristles, I rolled 3, so it's 4.
Okay, thank you. Right, because Gristle has halfling skill.
Which we hadn't remembered about.
That's right. Gristle just got better. The shadow got worse though. The shadow got -4 to hit.
Accidental cheating.
Yeah, I had accidentally severely handicapped myself.
Rolf, whose name is much too long for this macro. All right, so we'll sort you. All right, Rolf, Feldrick, and Hawthorne begin the assault. So the kobolds are coming out, and they're kind of like cautious because they heard the orcish horn, so they came out. They don't even know about the fire, I don't think. And then they see you, and they get excited because they're like, "Ooh, these idiots!" And one of them just like claps his little lizard hands, and is like, "Ah!" points at you. Does anybody speak kobold?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so he points and he's like, "The fools have returned! Go, kill them and take their treasure!" And they like hold their spears over their head and they're just like, "Kobolds!" And they charge forward to attack you. But you were fast.
What really happens is they're surprised and they don't
Exactly. Well, this is all happening for them much more slowly. You're just like shooting arrows at them. So
This is
Yeah, the
happening
arrows are in
within
flight as they're
yeah.
like,
yeah, exactly. You've already fired the opening volley as they're like, "Hey, there's enemies."
Yeah.
Okay, so go ahead and tell me what you're doing and.
Rolf is gonna attempt to start off the revenge of his father with a medium range shot from his sling.
Okay. On which of the kobolds? Just the closest one? That
The
one?
closest one, yeah.
Okay.
Only the first 2 are in medium.
All right, Rolf. Get your revenge. This is for
You can do
Ralph.
it, Rolf.
For Ralph.
You've done it!
Yes, you strike for 3 damage. Which turns this living kobold into a dead kobold. So maybe this is the kobold that says, like, the first kobold is like, "Hey, these idiots have come back. Let's get them for their bonk," and just like brained by a stone. And like sling stones, are like they're not like we call them bullets and stuff, but they're not like little, right? Like they're big, they're golf ball sized rocks. So you just like whirl it over your head, snap the sling at him, and you're satisfying crunch as the kobold's head just goes poof, and he tumbles to the ground. The rest of the kobolds are like, oh fuck, and they like turn. And
not soon enough.
Do you want to move, Rolf, or are you gonna stay where you are?
I might move a couple of steps forward. You can use a sling in one hand, can't you? So you could
shield and a sling.
Yeah, so he'll move a couple of steps forward, so a couple more are in medium range.
And remember, if you're running, we didn't do this last time, but if you're running through this stuff, I'm gonna make you make like a check to see if you stumble or whatever, because it's all like.
Yeah, he'll just move like 10 feet, so it doesn't have to take him long.
Yeah. Okay.
That's half his distance anyway.
All right. So, Feldrick?
Well, I've already thrown my voice, so now I will throw a dagger. I'm going to hold my actions and wait till they're in dagger range.
Okay. All right.
Well, it won't go over, will it? Because we're on a surprise round.
Oh yeah, no, they're not. They don't get to act this round. So Feldrick, do you just want to do nothing then? You just want to hang out?
Oh, should I advance and fire? Is that really dumb? No, I'll just.
I wouldn't, but it's up to you.
I'm a coward. I hang back.
My plan, just so you know, is to shoot and move as far back as I can, so we stay out of range of their attacks.
Yeah, I think if anything, Feldrick's gonna move like here. Just backs up.
We don't want them making to hit rolls if we can help it.
So Feldrick retreats to the back line, a good distance from the kobolds.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm also like looking around for other things taking notice of this fight.
Yeah.
Like, looking behind us for the kobolds and like over to the west.
Okay.
A lot of like scanning of horizon.
So that was your turn then. Yeah.
Okay. All right, Hawthorne.
Hawthorne takes your shot at the next. Well, let's see. I have more range potentially. So
yeah, if you could get the further back ones.
Yeah, I'll get the further back one. That far left one, Adam.
Okay.
Yeah,
right.
that one.
So one that's just emerged out of the cave. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you rolled a 21 with 6 damage.
Yes,
yeah. So another, and this is a crossbow, right?
Crossbow. Yeah.
All right. Another one bites the dust. So you fire the crossbow. The carapace of the like hard armor of the kobold is pierced by the bolt, and the kobold staggers and then falls to the dirt. There are 2 kobolds outside of the cave now, and still available as targets. Gristle, what would you like to do?
And Hawthorne, are you moving at all?
Oh yeah, sorry, I'm moving back. Yep. Shoot and retreat.
Yeah. Fall back and fire.
I gotta zoom in to find Hawthorne. Where is she? There she is. These are 5 foot, right?
Yeah.
I can mark off my move.
Okay, Gristle, go ahead. What do you want to do?
Great. So I can only see these two that are like.
Yeah.
Okay. So Grissel's gonna shoot one.
Okay, you're just gonna shoot at a kobold with your crossbow? Go for it.
My plan. And I actually have things written down as missile weapons now, and my halfling box checked off. So this is short range.
Is it?
Or a crossbow it is, yeah.
Within 80 feet.
Okay, yep, so you get a +1. It'll automatically calculate it for you.
Will it? I have to change it to short, don't I?
Yeah, just change it to short range.
Yeah,
Change it to short, and then...
Yeah.
And I don't get a bonus or minus on top of that, do I?
No, nothing else in addition to that.
Okay, great. Come on. Roll.
All right,
11.
an 11, so that might be a hit.
It hits AC 8, I believe.
Okay, no, it's a miss.
Okay.
I think. Let me double check. Yeah, it is a miss. Okay, so you fire your quarrel, and this kobold, it's not even about him dodging. You just like miscalculate the shot a little bit, and it skips off the stones.
Mm-hmm.
You can move if you want to, and then
Okay.
Lumpy, go ahead. And...
Yeah. Ursul's gonna move back like here.
Cool.
Yeah, maybe here.
Hey, so how far can I throw a flask of oil?
Maximum range is 50.
Yeah. There you go.
Okay.
Just light the trees that we're in on fire. Don't do that.
And
Just
then
hurl it to your feet and just
fucking
light the whole
Lumpy.
forest aflame.
John, did you note Lumpy's movement? Yes, 40 feet per round. Okay, so I can move like here and then throw a flask 50 feet. Hit
Yeah, that's a pretty good move. It's
and we're like
lumpy, but you know,
blocking the entrance. Lumpy is suicidally brave.
I fully endorse.
Yeah, he needs to be, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Okay,
fine.
so I need to move up one more spot. And then, yeah, I'm throwing a lit flask of oil at Kobold in the
All
background.
right. So does Lumpy run forward bravely, or does Lumpy like skulk through the trees and then?
Yeah, he's like trying to stick to cover and like, like kind of panicking a little bit and just like, throws
Okay.
this thing.
All right. So you light the edge of the flask, hurl it ahead of you, and go ahead and make your
So,
missile roll.
Am I misremembering, Adam? Is this? Do they make a save against the oil, or is it an attack roll, or what?
Let me
It's an
check.
attack.
Let me check the burning oil here. Flask of oil. May be thrown as a missile weapon, but also spread on the floor of a dungeon.
Okay, so it is a missile attack.
It creates a 3-foot pool of burning oil that burns out in one turn. Yeah, it's an attack. So you throw, and it doesn't create like an AoE. It just hits one person and they light on fire. And it causes, if it hits them, it causes damage for 2 rounds.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay, and how much damage does it do?
1d8 per turn.
Oh,
That it
wow.
burns.
Okay, so I'm just gonna do this with
That's pretty
like,
strong.
do
Getting
this the
stabbed with a
old-fashioned way.
sword twice.
Yeah, it's the best weapon in the game, for sure. But you have to get close.
All right, an 11, you miss. So you hurl it, and it lands beside him and ignites. And he jumps to the side, and he's like, ah! But it doesn't. It doesn't. Hit.
Okay, so there's like some fiery ground
Yeah.
right by the cave entrance.
Yeah, but only
Maybe
for
that'll help.
a round.
Yeah.
It'll burn out quickly, or for a turn. Okay.
We forgot their morale check when they lose their first member.
Well, they haven't gone
They
yet.
haven't even had a round
They haven't had
yet.
a round yet.
They
You
haven't
roll,
had
you roll
action
morale
to
at the
help
very
them.
top of the
Right.
round.
Yeah,
So-
sorry.
So
Yeah.
the shadow, it is your turn.
So the one who dodged, he didn't dodge far enough that I might have a shot at his back.
They haven't moved. They are exactly where they are now.
It's not so much a dodge as it was a miss.
Yeah, you missed, but yeah.
Right. Okay.
We're
and I
applying
can't-
flavor.
Yeah, I have to backstab in this. I have to both be hidden and also
Be
behind.
hidden and shoot them in the back. Yeah.
Okay, I'll just make a normal shot then because I
Okay.
can't imagine I'm gonna get any backstabs.
Right.
Doo-doo.
Are you still up in the tree?
Yes.
From the trees.
No bonus for like no. Let's make a
Oh, you
shot.
still hit. So you rolled a 15.
Mhm.
Okay. And that was the further back one?
Oh, it should have been 16, but yes.
Okay. All right, this one? Okay. All right, yes, he's slain. You've slain the third kobold. All right, so you put an arrow through his head, and down he goes. So they're all very surprised and upset about the things that are happening to them right now.
One of them is about to be upset.
Chunk.
All right, Chunk, finish him off. Let's do this.
Donk.
So yeah, obviously the one that's left. Are you staying in the tree, Dave?
Yes.
Okay. Come on.
These kobolds are not best in caves.
Come on, button.
Maybe
Oh.
best in
Ah, you
caves, but
missed.
not best out of caves.
Yep, miss.
Okay, and is Chunk staying where?
Oh wait,
where-
I forgot to. It's actually a 12.
Oh, okay, because you didn't change the range.
I forgot to do the
Okay,
+1.
so an 11 is a miss, but a 12 is a hit. How much? And you deal 3 damage. You said.
3 damage. Yeah.
Alrighty, that is another slain kobold.
Yeah.
So there are 4 kobold bodies lying on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
The ambushers. Hooray.
Yeah.
By the numbers. Nicely
And
done.
Ingrid, it is your turn. What are you gonna do?
There's no one to shoot. Is that correct?
There are kobolds in the cave, like mouth. You can see like movement up there.
Yeah.
There's still more on their way, but you can't really like.
So
target them
they're
from here.
within. Is the first one close enough that I can see it because it's with?
You
it's
could shoot
within
it. You could shoot
range-
at it. You could shoot at it, but at a like -2 penalty.
Or if I took a couple steps up and then shot.
Yeah, if you could
it-
change
it
the
would
range,
still-
if you change the range, you're still gonna get the -2 for like the shadowiness and the sort of foliage cover.
Okay.
If you
Well, I
if you
might as
step
well-
up a little, you'll get +1 from short range.
Yeah. So I'm gonna move slightly closer, and then that puts me at what? Let's use.
There you go, 75. You're
Just
good.
a
Yeah.
-1.
Okay. And so
So,
I'm
yeah,
gonna
get
attempt
-1.
to shoot the one.
Well, you set the
I'll set it
range
to
to
short
short,
range,
and
and
then
then
put a
I'll-
-2 penalty. Yeah.
Right. Yep. Makes sense.
Okay, so
Is everybody keeping track of their
crossbow.
ammo, BTW?
Yeah.
please
if you're
do.
using the thing on missile weapons properly, it should track your ammo, shouldn't it? Or it doesn't automatically?
No, it doesn't auto like every time you.
No,
roll,
you have
but
to
it's
tick it down.
Yeah, you tick
Okay.
it down.
I will fix that in a moment then on my thing. So short range, and then I have a -1. Is that correct?
Yes.
-2.
No, -2. Yeah, -2.
Okay.
To hit.
-2.
Ingrid.
Total of -3. Let's do it. Non-dexter.
I see a single digit. No. Okay.
Non-dexter.
You fire into the cave, and you just hear like it clatter around somewhere back there.
Covering fire.
As we all remember,
Suppressing
Ingrid
fire.
dexterity. This is not her strong suit.
Okay, so let's
My 4 dex is not helpful in this case.
let's go ahead and roll initiative again, because now they're ready to fight. Now I'll roll the morale for these kobolds, but they are defending their lair, and there are other circumstances outside of your awareness that are at play. So
There always are.
All right, Lumpy is going to die. Lumpy is very dead.
okay, they're gonna keep fighting. And I will roll initiative. So they rolled a 10 for their morale, but they're definitely ready to keep rocking.
Damn, these guys some morales.
Add a turn for these dudes.
Yeah, that's a lot of morale.
It's because they have a million orcs about to help
And
them.
add another one.
Probably, yeah.
Okay.
If you need to add that extra one, you can edit it manually by like clicking on where the number is. You should have a text box.
So it was Gristle that actually you have a 4, right, Gristle?
Yeah.
Okay. And I got a 4 also for the kobolds.
It's nice knowing you, Lumpy.
Yeah, Lumpy is okay. So
He's in
Feldrick, the Shadow, and Gristle will all get to go before the kobolds do. But as it stands, the kobolds are hidden in their shadowy lair. Feldrick and the Shadow, you are first. What are you gonna do?
Can I see? Even with the -2, I think the shot's still worth doing.
You're in a tree though, dude.
Yeah,
Are you
if you're
gonna
still in the tree, you
Yeah.
can't see
I'm-
shit.
When you're in a tree.
You have
I'm sorry,
Yeah, you have no
but-
line of sight to the kobolds from the tree.
Yeah. Yeah, so I'll hold action until hopefully some come out and present themselves as viable targets.
Okay. All right. Oops, sorry, that was the Shadow. Feldrick, what are you doing?
I'm also
I know.
holding my action.
Okay.
Figure if I do that, I can
Robot Dave, we can understand
hide
you.
myself.
I'm
You're
sure
being
that
a
was-
robot. Try again
I'm
with
sure
your
that was
voice.
the thing, but
I think we just lost Dave.
What,
Dave is frozen.
Oh no, I lost it. We can hear you.
hello?
Now we can. I
I'm
can't see you,
confused.
okay. Just everybody shut up for a second. Dave, I think you're caught
Hello?
up. There we go. You're caught up.
though. Ah, okay, you're back.
Okay.
Okay.
What was your plan that you were trying to tell us?
We,
Oh, I just want to like re-hide myself in the branches.
So you
okay,
just
so
need
that would be an
point
action.
for
Yeah,
them.
if you want to do that. You can't hold your action
Oh,
and
it's just-
hide.
Oh, of course, yeah. It's not like separate. It's not like a movement. I've been playing too many things. No, I'll just hold.
You're gonna hold? Okay.
Just
Gristle,
trust me.
that means that you, the kobold, and Rolf are all going at the same time this turn.
I would have a -2 to hit the first one.
Yeah, they're going to be rushing out of the caves though, so
Yeah, I might
we'll
as well
split the
hold.
difference.
Okay. Yeah, because I'm like pretty far from them, but also I'm pretty good at like.
Okay, they're not going to attack. They can move 80 feet.
Oh, they're actually
Oh.
coming.
Hello, kobolds.
Yep.
Okay, so but I can shoot them.
Yeah, you'll be shooting them as they run, but hold on, I'm not done.
Oh no.
Bumpy.
Yeah.
They're just keep eating more.
There were three there before, right?
In the cave entrance, like in the passageway that we could see.
Mhm.
I think so.
Okay.
And now you have what, 7 out here? 9?
Yeah, there are 9 now total. Okay, so the first 3 you can kind of see in the shadows. The second wave of kobolds like rushes out. The first wave like rushes out with their friends right behind them, and Ingrid and Lumpy they come dead like rushing through the bush. Sometimes on 2 feet, sometimes on like feet and claws, and they like leap off of the branches like onto you and start like stabbing at you with their rusty spears. None of them get to attack in this rank, like none of the ones that just rush in. But now Lumpy and Ingrid, you are engaged in like melee.
Yeah.
And then
So Crystal's
another
going at the same time, and so is Rolf. correct?
yeah, and another 4 emerge from the cave behind them, and these have only moved enough. They've moved like just 40, so they're gonna shoot at you.
Okay.
So they're gonna shoot. They're gonna hurl their spears. So let me handle all this, and then we'll do your ranged attacks, and we'll just knock them all down as they go. So there's 4 attacks, 2 on Lumpy and 2 on Ingrid. So
They're
these-
long range.
Yeah.
Or no, they're. Well, they might be. Let's see.
for spears, yeah. Can you check that for me?
Yeah, they're long range for spears.
Okay, so they're -1. Okay, so they need. I'll just adjust their to hit then.
On Ingrid, they're long range. On Lumpy, I think they're not. Yeah, they're not.
Okay,
They're-
all right. So these 2 on Lumpy need
Andrew, you
a.
got just what you want.
These
New
2 on.
character. Woo!
These 2 attacking Lumpy need to get a. What's your armor class, Lumpy? Sorry, I didn't check before you.
9.
Oof. Okay, they need a 10 or better to hit you.
Have you thought about just picking up a branch and stabbing yourself?
They both miss. A 6 and a 2. So Lumpy, the first 2 spears just like embed themselves like above. Maybe they like impale your hat on the tree above you and like stick into the tree next to you. So you have 3 kobolds like up in your face, like climbing on you and trying to kill you. But the ones with spears, they didn't kill you yet. Now these 2 that are attacking Ingrid, you said they're at long range, John?
Yeah.
Okay, so these ones. What's your armor class, Ingrid?
Oh, let's look.
You can just click your armor class is 4. Yeah, it's 4.
I think it should be. I filled in all my little dots.
Wait,
Perfect.
aren't you a fighter, Ingrid? Don't you have plate mail?
She's got terrible dex.
My dex is 4.
Oh, Jesus.
She's
Remember
Ingrid,
how
Ingrid
I
the
tried
slow.
to shoot a crossbow just now, and my dex is 4?
Sorry.
My dex is 4.
Why you
not
gotta rub it in like that, John?
So AC of
I have
4.
all of the best armor.
They need a
My dex
16 or better to hit
Yeah.
you, Ingrid. These 2. An 11 and a 12. So no hits there. I think you bring your shield, or you don't have your shield. Oh wait, your armor class is actually 1 lower because you're carrying a crossbow. You don't have a shield.
Oh yeah, you're right. So it should
Still,
be,
neither of them hit you.
Yeah, it would be
but-
then.
Bing.
Yeah, a 5 then. I guess.
It's fine.
It's still okay. So yeah, the
They
sharp
need
sticks
fun.
bounce off of you. So while that's happening, Gristle, you and Rolf are getting to go.
Yeah.
Now you won't be able to like melee these ones because they're arriving at the same time unless you're like moving to meet them. in
So
which
by
case,
these ones, you mean the ones that just came out of the?
yeah, like you can. The tough thing about simultaneous movement
like-
is like you can meet them part way. Like you can put yourselves around these, and I guess
Would I be able to shoot them as they're running?
yeah, you can shoot them as they're running towards you for sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Because they're definitely within short range for me. They will have been within short range
Yeah,
For-
that's fine.
most of the things. So I'll just pick one off that's close to me.
Okay.
I'm gonna go for, I don't know, this one. That's one of the ones that's
One
on
of the ones
Ingrid.
attacking Ingrid. Okay, as it's about like it jumps off a log, flying towards Ingrid's face,
And I shoot at it.
and you shoot at it. Okay.
So, crossbow, short range.
Boing.
No bonus or minuses for me?
Nope.
Okay.
Ah, you miss.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's,
The arrow soars overhead and disappears into the trees.
we'll mark it off.
Rolf, what are you doing?
Rolf's going to sling at one of the ones going towards Lumpy.
Okay. Try and protect Lumpy from a fate as grim as your father had.
Yeah, it's all happening again.
Dude, Lumpy sucks.
Give it a swing.
Save the other guy.
I got him.
All right.
Easy.
Okay. Yes, you hit and slay the kobold. So as it's jumping up at Lumpy, you sling it out of the air, then it tumbles onto the forest floor, dead.
Okay. Yeah, and I think I drop my sling there and then move forward, drawing my mace for
Okay.
next turn.
Sure. So you want
Going
to
to
go ahead and
tanks.
move up, and you want to try to protect Lumpy.
Yeah.
Not worth it.
Killed
man.
by kobolds? Not on my watch.
Yeah, he's going ham. He's gonna smash some skulls. That's what he wants.
All right.
That's
Did
what
they-
he signed up
The
for.
ones that just came out of,
Vengeance.
that had a chance to throw their spears, do they have other spears, or was that they threw the spear that they had?
No, they have a couple of spears. Yeah, their
Okay.
spears are just
Just
sharpened
checking.
sticks with sharp rocks on the end of them.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
cool. It's fine.
Okay.
Who's controlling Julian the Weasel?
We all
No
are.
one is. Julian is standing terrified. We'll make a
Yeah.
morale check on him if he ever gets attacked. But right now, unless you command him, Julian, do something, he's just going to stand there waiting for you to finish adventuring. Okay,
I think
Feldrick or the Shadow, do you want to do anything? Do you want to jump
Yeah.
in?
Feldrick's
Do you
gonna
think
move
I
here
can
and
I can
throw a
swing
knife.
that as a backstab as they run underneath the tree on above them? And
No,
as well?
no, it doesn't have its back to you in the tradition.
don't
And plus,
need-
also, you're not hidden. Remember, you haven't made the effort to hide.
Oh
You don't
yeah,
need to backstab them. They're kobolds. Just hit
That's
them.
true. They're very fragile.
but-
Yeah, you don't really need
Plus-
the double damage.
I just want. Yeah, it's not the damage; it's the bonus to hit. It
Yeah, yeah,
guaranteed pretty much. Yeah, I'll take the shot. I'll take the shot now that there are visible ones. I won't be firing at disadvantage.
Okay.
Who are you firing at? Which of our many kobolds options?
I
Taking
think
out
I'm
some
going to shoot.
or-
Yeah, one
or
of the ones at
that
the
are
back.
in melee.
You can shoot
I'll
one
shoot
of
one
the
of the ones.
missile ones.
Uh,
Okay.
Yeah, a ranged guy.
Okay. The ones that are still standing outside the cave.
Yes.
Okay.
Longbow at short range. Let's change that. And fire. Feels like that's pretty okay.
Probably you did it.
Yeah, you hit. Yeah, you rolled a 17. That hits and kills him. Poor fragile kobolds.
And even if I've held, that doesn't use up my movement. I could then
Yeah,
jump
you
down.
can now.
out
You
the
can
tree.
still move. Yeah.
Your action is your movement and your attack whenever it is that you take that.
Yes.
They are
Yeah.
a package deal that you have held until this moment.
Okay. Do you want to give me any movement distance penalties for climbing down the tree? Or
I think it depends. Do you want to just jump down, or do you want to jump down and run, or do you want to climb down carefully?
I'll climb down carefully. I'm out of danger at the moment, I
Sure.
think, so I've got the time to do it.
Okay.
I have to climb sheer surfaces. so
Yeah,
I can-
climbing down slowly means you don't have to. You just that'll be your move. You end up back on the ground.
Okay, yep, that sounds
You're
good.
where
Okay.
you are, but on the ground.
All right, Chunk.
No.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
you still gotta go, right?
I'm throwing a dagger.
Feldrick. Okay.
Oh yeah, Feldrick.
I'm
Dude,
throwing a
Fel-
dagger at the kobold, which is on the right of Ingrid.
Just had it the whole time.
Okay. So one of the ones attacking Ingrid. Sure.
Yeah.
22.
Oh man, yeah, 22.
That
Good work.
though.
And you deal 2 damage to it.
Yeah, I rolled a natural 20. Do I do anything
No.
awesome as a result?
Unfortunately,
You just definitely hit.
Okay, cool. Well, I didn't get it.
And you do not kill the kobold. This is the first you're you throw the
Oh.
dagger and it grazes the kobold and he's like, ow! And then looks at you and hisses angrily that you've wounded him. Now Chunk, it is your turn.
I'm gonna shoot, obviously. And these are all short.
Mhm.
So I'll shoot. I'll shoot that one, the injured one. Fewer attacks on Ingrid is probably good. So
Okay.
let's do that. Crossbow, short
We
range.
establish whether there's like penalties for them shooting into our trees.
What's that?
Do we have cover against them throwing
Oh,
spears?
yeah.
Yeah.
So they're taking a penalty when they. throw
Yeah, if
spears?
they throw shit at you in the trees. Yep.
I just couldn't remember.
And that's one short range.
Nice.
20.
Cool. Yes, you got 20, and that was on the already injured one.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, he's now the definitely dead one. All right, so
Ow!
yeah, Ingrid, the kobold gets distracted, right? He's like and like turns and like looks at he looks at where the dagger came from, and then he's met with a crossbow quarrel from the crossbow of
I feel
Chunk
fine
Flunkins.
about it.
Yeah.
And then Hawthorne shoots. I think I'll kill the other one on Ingrid to free her up.
Okay.
I guess I could shoot one in the back or in the spear thrower guys. I
Mhm.
guess.
Good.
How many hit points do you have, Ingrid?
7.
Yeah. Okay. I'll shoot one in the back rank.
Yeah, and Ingrid hasn't gone yet.
Oh,
Ingrid's-
cool.
Ingrid's
okay.
last.
Right.
Ingrid's last
All
at
right,
me.
Hawthorne. So you're gonna shoot one
Let
of
me
the.
move Hawthorne close.
Yeah, I'll shoot the one on the right.
Okay.
Which I believe is still. Oh no, it's medium range now.
You could move up 40 feet.
Oh yeah, and Chunk's gonna shoot and move back. I'm following the plan. I don't know what you guys are doing, but that's
Okay.
Chunk is continuing to move back.
yeah.
Yeah, I feel like everyone is following the plan except Roll for this point,
Yeah.
and probably.
Okay, so Hawthorne shoots at medium at the rightmost spear dude.
Oof, a 4.
Ooh,
Terrible.
You fire at nothing. Okay. Lumpy, you have a kobold trying to kill you.
Yeah, I'm gonna murder him with my dagger.
Okay. I believe you. I believe that that's what you intend to do.
you
Come here. You
can
fucker.
do it.
Okay.
Dude.
Okay,
Pretty even
go.
fight.
Do it.
Oh, you hit him.
Wow.
Days. Yes.
Nice.
Lumpy!
Lumpy, you kill him. You kill him with your dagger, Lumpy. He's slain. Good work. So the
You
kobold,
get this.
the kobold, like climbing
Ultimate.
around on you. You just bury your dagger in his neck.
Use
And,
the power of daggers.
Yeah, and a gout of kobold blood.
That's Lumpy's voice, PS. You gotta work on.
Don't worry, chums.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, you
like
get-
Andrew is like the actor who's being forced to play like a character that some other actor made up in like season 2, and he's like just having to deliver the lines. Like it would be like
It's
Lumpy.
John Malkovich. He's just like
Literally between episodes, Lumpy's actor was replaced, and so Lumpy's just like now the camera like turns to him and gets the close up zoom. He's just like, "We did it, chums."
Good work, chums.
And then the studio audience is like, "Yeah, he said the thing."
He said chums!
by
Good work.
Grabthar's hammer. What a savings.
Exactly. So you
All right,
killed the
Ingrid,
kobold.
you're up.
Is
Yeah.
it me?
Ingrid,
sorry,
the
hold on.
formerly surrounded. It's your turn.
One question.
Yes.
Is Lumpy still engaged?
No. This one is trying to kill. Oh no. Yes, you are. Yeah, it's still trying to kill Lumpy. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so
Yeah.
Rolf's not engaged, but Lumpy
Right.
is.
Yeah.
All right, well then Lumpy.
And Chunk is engaged to a goblin.
Yes,
Yeah.
but that's a separate kind of engagement.
That's separate.
Be
That's
very
separate.
happy together.
Yes.
I think
It's
so.
going to be a long engagement. All right. So Ingrid has a kobold.
Ingrid.
Biz. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm going to need to drop my crossbow and draw my sword. Obviously. Because I can't crossbow.
Mm-hmm.
Kill.
So-
Smash his head.
Yeah. I drop it. I draw my sword. I'm going to attempt some killing with a sword.
Alrighty. Sounds good. Make your melee attack there. You can do it,
And I
Ingrid.
don't have any bonus or minus on that, correct?
Right. Oh yeah, you murder that kobold. Soundly,
Just drop it, take
soundly
pull my
done.
sword out, and
Yeah, you just
Yeah,
slice it
Beetlejuice
down.
style.
yeah,
Out of the scabbard, but with a long
yeah,
sword.
yeah.
Well
I just
done.
straight out of the scabbard, just like.
All right, so
right
there
through your body.
are 4 kobolds remaining. So you just dropped your crossbow though, right?
Yeah, because I needed to. Otherwise, it takes a whole turn for me to draw my
Oh,
sword. I
okay.
wouldn't have been able to.
So
attack
the crossbow falls on a rock at a bad angle, and one of the arms snaps off.
Whatever. I was shit at crossbow.
You're just like, fuck
I
this
have an
crossbow.
extra that John
I
bought.
have a dex of 4.
It's true. Yeah, the crossbow just shatters, but like it happens in slow motion. So you're like tracking on it. The kobold's like leaping towards you. You throw it aside, draw your sword in one fluid motion, like cut the kobold out of the air, and its body like lands on you, and then the crossbow hits the ground and shatters into like slow motion pieces.
Yeah. It's great.
Awesome. Okay, so we do still need we're due for one more break before we finish. So I'll roll a morale check for them. We'll roll a morale check for them first, and then we'll see. Their morale is much less now.
Show me your backs. Let me kill you.
Oh, but they're gonna keep fighting. All right. So we'll roll initiative again when we come back from a very short break. So stick around for the conclusion of Kobold Armageddon 2015. We'll be right back.